Okay, let's go.
The story of the 1977 American penny, a copper echo of a changing nation. In the palm of your hand, a 1977 Lincoln penny may seem insignificant, just a small, copper-colored coin worth 1 cent. But as with many things in American numismatics, even the most ordinary coin can whisper stories of its time. The 1977 penny is one such whisperer, a silent witness to the pulse of a changing nation. It's more than just copper and zinc. It is a small, resilient fragment of American history, a president immortalized in copper. Since 1909, the face of President Abraham Lincoln has graced the U.S. 1 cent coin. The year 1977 marked the 69th year of this iconic design, which originally celebrated the centennial of Lincoln's birth. The Lincoln penny was not just a commemoration. It was a bold artistic and cultural shift. Prior to 1909, no real person had been featured on a regular U.S. coin. Lincoln, with his indelible legacy, became the first. Victor David Brenner, the artist behind the obverse portrait, created a bust that reflected strength, humanity, and solemnity. His initials, VDB, which caused controversy in their oversized form in the 1909 version, have by 1918 been restored subtly under Lincoln's shoulder, and they remain there still on the 1977 edition. By 1977, this design was deeply ingrained in the American psyche. People who held the coin in their hands might not have noticed its subtle details, but they felt the weight of history, of Lincoln's gaze, of a nation that had seen both division and unity under his leadership. The year that shaped the coin. 1977 was a pivotal year in American history. The nation was moving out of the shadows of Watergate and the Vietnam War. A relatively unknown peanut farmer from Georgia, Jimmy Carter, had taken office as the 39th president of the United States. Inflation was creeping up, the Cold War simmered, and the American public was grappling with energy crises and political disillusionment. The penny that emerged in this year, quietly stamped by machines in the U.S. mint facilities, was forged in the fire of an uncertain era. It was a time of economic introspection. Every cent mattered. Pennies accumulated in jars, hid in car seats, lined pockets, and quietly shifted through the fingers of a working-class America. Minting the 1977 penny. The 1977 penny was struck at 3 different mint locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Philadelphia. No mint mark. The majority of 1977 pennies were struck here. The Philadelphia Mint was a tireless machine, responsible for producing the coins that would circulate across the eastern United States. Denver, D mint mark coins bearing a small d under the date were struck in the Rocky Mountain Mint and circulated widely in the Midwest and West. San Francisco, S mint mark. These were not regular circulation coins, but were minted as proof coins, flawless, mirror-like versions of the coin, struck with special dies and handled with exceptional care for collectors. Altogether, hundreds of millions of 1977 pennies were minted, over 4.4 billion in total from all mints. They were struck in 95% copper and 5% zinc, an alloy that was about to face extinction. Within just a few years, due to rising metal prices, the U.S. Mint would transition to cheaper, zinc-based planchets in 1982. Thus, the 1977 penny stood near the end of the copper era of American cents, a literal last glint of a metallic tradition that had defined pennies for generations. A coin in every pocket. To the average American in 1977, the penny was part of daily life. It jingled in change purses, nestled in gumball machines, disappeared into vending slots, and piled up in the drawers of mom-and-pop shops. Gasoline cost around 62 cents a gallon. A loaf of bread was about 32 cents. Though the penny alone couldn't buy much, it still mattered. Children saved them. Elders counted them. They were part of every transaction, every till, every sidewalk glint in the afternoon sun. The 1977 penny might have paid for part of a comic book, a handful of candy, or been tossed into a fountain with a wish. Each coin carried micro-wear patterns, a life etched by human use. A particular penny might have traveled from a Detroit diner to a Las Vegas casino, from a Virginia church basket to a California toll booth. In this, the coin became a traveler, a witness to the flow of a nation's people and their hopes, labors, and dreams. Errors and oddities. For collectors, the 1977 penny holds little premium in circulated condition. However, error coins, always beloved by numismatists, do exist. Some 1977 pennies are known to have die breaks, double dies, or off-center strikes. In these accidental art forms, the uniformity of minting failed, leaving behind unique patterns. A double die obverse, for instance, shows subtle but noticeable doubling of the date or lettering, making such a penny far more valuable to collectors. These errors are rare, but they turn an ordinary cent into a small treasure. Then there are stories, part myth, part truth, of 1977 pennies found inside walls during renovations, buried in time capsules, or cherished in coin albums passed down through generations. Each coin, whether pristine or worn, could carry a mystery, a penny's place in modern memory. Today, many people question the relevance of the penny. It costs more to produce than it is worth. There are conversations about eliminating it altogether from U.S. currency, and yet it remains. If you like our videos, then please subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon so that you can receive complete information about our videos. The 1977 penny is part of this stubborn endurance. It is a copper echo of a time when pennies were still powerful, when children picked them up with joy, when banks rolled them in paper tubes, and when Americans still believed in the value of every cent. Some might see it as just a coin, but to others, a historian, a collector, a dreamer, is a time capsule. It is 1,977 captured in metal, a tiny disk of democracy, born of Lincoln's legacy, shaped by American hands, and passed from stranger to stranger in a quiet exchange of trust.